time, weather, and always class. Case of the various
How do you like my kidnapper voice?
Ready? Isn't it scary? I hate it.
Yeah, sure, Mark.
What are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here, yourself.
Get some candy. Oh.
Yeah, that voice is funny.
Yeah.
It's my chipmunk voice.
Oh,
Mark the lost chipmunk.
Who dares defy me?
They are the villains. Ordinary people on the wrong side of justice.
Oh, yes, I was groomed to be an astronaut. And then the monkey. The monkey took my rightful place!
Everybody, and welcome to episode 8 of the Villains Only podcast. With me is Dr. Siege, Breach, as always, and special guest Zoe. Zoe, say hello.
Hello,
guys. What up?
What up?
Yeah, so I guess hot topic. Everyone wants to talk about the optic thing. I don't really have much to say on it, but I don't know what you guys want to talk about it. So.
All I know is I'm ever losing. I'm calling it an NCE to get a replay. I got that streak in my back pocket. I'm not saying Cammy did it on purpose. I don't think he legitimately did it on purpose because honestly, in my thought process, I wouldn't think they would have got a replay for that. You play this game every day. I've never accidentally selected a streak.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on this game. So like all you got
is thing though. Like he pulled it out and like probably didn't expect a replay, so it's like obviously not his fault, but then like why did they ask for a replay if they didn't like it just didn't make any sense. I mean I blame their coach more than the players, you know, but like I don't know.
From the coach's perspective, I mean you're gonna do anything you can to get it to make it happen because you just lost a map. You're going into a hard point that you might lose because the other hard point didn't go too well. So like you want to get a replay so they have a chance even if they don't win that round. Or let's just say they replay the round. Even if they don't win, they still wanted another chance because it's better than taking the risk that you could not win this HP.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Since I haven't played the game, are you not allowed to deselect the score streak or kill streak or whatever?
Not that one.
So you can't unselect it like how the bombing run was in Vanguard, right?
Octane says it's 50-50. It's like a glitch streak, so sometimes it will let you, sometimes it won't. So
okay, I see.
Yeah.
Because I remember before in Vanguard, remember when strafing runs was GA'd?
Yeah.
Some people in Challengers pulled it out, but they didn't get a replay, so I don't know.
I mean, I get Challengers not getting a replay, but this is the league. But
Yeah,
also, I just think like it's just I don't know. I don't think it should get a replay.
My thing about it is that they're way too inconsistent as far as like what's replayable and what's not.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't think you should replay any maps unless there's like a significant glitch. You know, like it does just play it out.
That affects the whole round or something.
Right. Like if it's a super bad glitch or if it's like some form of disconnection, which is like obviously in the rules already. But like something like that, like they were saying on the flank, it should be like football where unless there's like 100% evidence that like to overturn the result of the map, right? Then they shouldn't replay it because it's all like, oh, he could have did this, he could have did that, but like maybe, or he could have got shot instantly and respawned, you know, like
especially with like say 3P players looking up there that way.
Exactly.
Cammy lied. That's what got me the most. when you know how he got on they let him record the version of what he thought happened. He said they went three down. Well, there was three on Hill when he activated the SAE. So I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not.
and Skunk was pushed up their spawn too. It's like
Yeah, you do the math.
they
You
were
do the math.
after
Yeah, you do the math. Like, there's no way they get it.
for real.
And I mean the the cruise missile
Mhm.
is gonna just get killed by their trophies. So it's not, even if that's what he was trying to call in, or precision, whatever he was trying to call in. I still don't think they get it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's just basic math. Like, the seconds don't add up, and I don't think they deserved a replay. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
I
up
agree
for
with
the.
you.
All I can say, this would be a good process for Optic.
Oh, it's gonna be, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
But
I can see Illy breaking a headset in the process of that, because you know how he gets with headsets.
I saw Scump was like complaining with the coach, right? With their coach.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I haven't watched too much stuff because I was just like, whatever, you know. At the same time, I cut my hand off glass, so I was kind of preoccupied. So I was, you know, slightly busy. It wasn't that bad, but
I think he was I think he was mad at the coach, because I think he had to deal. He's having to deal with, like, the league goes to the coach more than likely, and they probably don't directly talk to the players unless it's, you know, interview stuff or media stuff, you know. So I'm assuming that's how it went, and then he was just pissed at the league.
Yeah, I don't think Rambo really has anything to, you know, do with it. It'd just be like Rambo's an in between, most likely.
Yeah, he's just the messenger, and Gump got mad.
Yeah,
which I don't blame him. I mean, you put
mm-hmm.
it's their full time job to play this game. So I mean,
yeah, and I mean they clutched that round up too. It's not like it was easy to just take it.
right.
It's just pretty messed up on the league side.
And it's also his like first series of the year of his last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's a lot going into it. He was having a really good series so far.
Yeah, he's top KD in the league. He's top KD in the league right now. Him and Selim are tied.
Yeah, 1.3.
He was scrapped during that game.
I mean,
but really, you know, if you think about it, you're going against four really good S&D players on rocker. So it's kind of,
I don't blame him. Like, I mean, they probably win that hard point. No replay. Let's say it goes down how it was supposed to happen. They get no replay. The map's optic. They probably win the hard point.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying like there's not a chance Rocker could not win the hard point, or could win the hard point. But I mean, they could have. Well,
yeah.
Very good at HP.
They're really good at respawns.
Yeah, in general, yes. And I mean, it sucks how it went down. They probably would be 2-0, and Rocker would probably be 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Rocker looks pretty. You know, I don't think they. I mean, obviously, I don't think they deserve their record, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
I guess
their S&D's great.
Mm-hmm.
When your S&D's that good, you just rely on winning at least one of the other maps. Granted, you don't want to go to Game 5 every series, but they have the ability to close it out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Like what they say, they're a 2-4-5 team, right? I mean, 2-3-5 team.
Yeah.
I think they Neslo or something like that. I don't know what Pat says all the time on the flank. Anyway, yeah, I guess other than like the optic thing, did you guys watch the games? Like, How do you think
Yes,
this year is going to be watchability wise? I don't know if I worded that right, but you know what I mean. Like, how do you think it's going to be for viewership?
it's cool personally. I like to watch
I
it.
enjoyed it. I mean, it has the potential to get stale, like all COD games do, at least for watching purposes. But like, I thought compared to what I had envisioned in my head, it was much better than I thought it was going to be. So, but I don't know if you guys watched it or how you thought.
I'm not gonna lie. I was watching, like, I've watched 2 or 3 series. One of them, dude, I nearly passed out watching. It just wasn't. That was the London versus, who was it? Rocker? Did they go against Rocker, or who did they go against? The first Saturday night.
Optic went against Rocker first, and then they went against Florida.
No, I'm talking about the other series, because I was watching the Ravens versus somebody else.
LG,
Right.
maybe?
It's probably it was LAG. I nearly passed out watching that.
I personally enjoy it. I think it's a great game to watch. I think it also, I think it has potential. I think recently that this just happened, so I don't know who else knows. I mean, you posted in the chat, so I guess most people know in here. But the M4 got GA'd, so I don't know how it's going to play now because of the M4 getting GA'd. Might be better, could be worse. But in my personal opinion, I enjoyed it, and I watched most of the series.
I think it's an improvement, though, banning the GA and the M4.
Yeah, I played it. Sorry, say what you were saying. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Because that's really all you're seeing.
Yeah.
You might see a Vesnek here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just got done playing that 8 series with following the GA of the M4, and it felt much more fair. I still think they're a little overpowered, but I think they're not powered up close. They're enough to where they're not powered up close, which makes it fair.
Yeah.
So we were running two ARs and 2 subs, and that seemed like a legitimate match, and it was good. I liked the feel of it. I think they're also making it to where they're just going to say that you can only have 2 ARs and 2 SMGs.
Right.
I mean,
or what I've heard, but I'm not sure how they're going to do that.
They'll officially do that just because, like, obviously maps change, like Gavitu last year and all that. I doubt they'd be like, no, you can't have 3 ARs in certain situations, just because I don't think they'd be willing to agree to that, especially with the M4. If they kept the M4, I think that would make sense. But since that's gone, I don't really see why. As far as like watchability goes, I mean,
depends on the map, right?
Yeah, that's
and
what I mean. They wouldn't be like you can only have 2 ARs, 2 SMGs. When
I agree with that.
Depends on the map.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I just think I've heard, that's just what I've been hearing, and I don't, even then, I don't know, like, how they would enforce that, because that's a lot, that's hard, like, it could happen anytime, anywhere, like.
Plus, if it's just GAs, like, it's nothing the league would enforce anyway, so it's just like, there'd be a lot of bullshittery going on between them arguing about, oh no, I didn't have the AR, how this what,
Yeah.
So, you know how it would get, and I doubt they would want that, so.
People forget how important GAs are. Like, people are like, let them run whatever. I don't think people understand how bad the watchability would be if there wasn't GAs.
See, that's what I don't agree. Like, I think instead of, like, why aren't they just restricting these things? Why are they GAs? Like, why don't, if the players agree, then go to the league and then they say, all right, we're not doing the M4, we're restricted, and they'll restrict it. Like, the whole GA concept seems to, at least the public, as like pros whining about things. But if they like talked about it and then just got it banned or restricted, that I think that would look better. It's the same like end result. But
I don't think they control that. I don't even think they control that though. I don't think they control like what can be restricted and what can't.
They get told.
But I know that. I just mean like if they wanted to make it more, I guess, easier, they could just the league could actually try to do that, and I think people would like that better anyway. And then when something like the Cammy thing happens, then it would also clear a few things up as well. Because that was a GH streak, not a restricted streak. It's still in the game. If they went and said we don't want the streak in the game, they'd get rid of it. Do you get what I mean, though?
It's all that's also depending. You got to have Activision do their job correctly. And look at this game; they have much more difficult problems to deal with than
How
just.
difficult is restricting an item, though? I mean, you literally go click, click, done, boom.
Yeah, how difficult is it to have a working game that doesn't give me dev error
Probably more difficult to make sure your game works right than restricting items. I mean, it's not like they've never restricted an item before. They know how it works. I mean,
Well, I would rather them do that than focus on restricting items.
How much focus would they have to do? I mean, they just literally click the button. Just click the damn button. It's not that hard. You're saying like you're acting like they have to like reinvent something here. It's just literally restricting items. They do it all the time.
Well, Breach, let me ask you this, because you know more about coding than me on it. So with this game having to be like different codes and shit, would restricting a weapon be like different codes for each one, or is like
because the best way I can put it is like, I mean, it would be similar. It would be similar the way you do it, but like it would be a little bit different because the complexity of the object. See, like a streak is always the same thing pretty much, except the ones that are like the streaks we get to use like are pretty coordinated and you can pretty plan it out type deal, like the precision strike, for example. And that it's pretty planned out. You can predict and stuff. So I think the best way to put it is restricting a gun would probably be easier than focusing on a streak. I mean, I've never restricted something as complicated as a COD, so I can't like speak 100% on it. But I would say restricting like a gun would be much easier, just because of the flow of how I think their code probably works. Because again, their code is closed source, so I can't know for 100%. Just honesty, but I would assume.
I mean, they know how their code works, so.
I mean, also, I'm also on the fence of they make $1 billion. They make $1 billion off this game every year they release it. So
that's what I don't get. That's what I don't get.
Fix your game.
Yeah, exactly. It's a AAA game, and
even if they can't restrict items, and they probably won't do that because they got to focus on casuals too. I mean, even casuals play ranked and stuff.
Well, with that, I would want that's two separate ranked lists.
Yeah, they're not gonna do that because that's a lot more work, and they got to pay a lot more money to do it. That's not gonna happen. So like people want that, but in general, that's not gonna happen. They're not gonna do that. So
it sounds like a them problem, though. You know?
Yeah, that is a them problem.
So I mean, if you want,
that makes it.
All we're
makes
saying is for our enjoyment of the game. If they don't want to do it, like obviously we have no say in any of it. I'm just saying, just because it would be difficult, like that's their freaking job. You know, their job is to make as many people enjoy their game as possible.
No, that's wrong too. Their job is to make as many people play it as possible. They don't gotta.
Clearly, I've seen the rank up system. Breach is freaking effed in the head. But that's like, I'm just saying. Obviously their job is to make money, in theory. But all I mean is, if we're taking this assuming that they care about how the people enjoy the game, and if they actually did care, they would, I think, take some form of effort. Maybe not make two separate ones, but restricting certain items when it's restricted for everyone doesn't affect casuals. You know, it's not like the pros are shooting M4s against, and the casuals just don't have, like, they have a pistol or anything. Everyone's on an even playing field. It's all skill based, and if they don't like it, they can play pubs. That's all.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I agree with what you're saying.
okay.
Don't get me wrong. I agree, but they're not going to do that.
That's fair enough.
That's just how Activision is.
Yeah.
And like they just want, as long as people are playing the game, as long as people are buying the game. Actually, it's you don't even really have to play it. Like, we get the beta every year, and we play the beta,
and it's garbage, and we buy.
And we know it's going to be a garbage game, and we spend $70 on it.
Well, that's our problem, you know.
That's our problem.
That is 100% our problem. Well, I don't like. We're kind of done with that, I guess. But so you guys are getting ready for week. Well, when this is coming out, you'll be in the middle of week 2 of your matches, a major one. We're 2-1 right now. You guys want to talk about the team, talk about anything like that? Since that's all kind of changing and, you know, currently happening, so we can talk about some of that stuff. Or you guys can.
I haven't had a chance to play with the other two, and I haven't played with Breach on this game much, so I can't really say. But Breach, what did you think on what you saw?
Oh, they're good. They're pretty solid. They are pretty adaptable. Kuz and Haptic are pretty they're pretty solid. They're just solid players. I mean, nothing outstanding, but they get the job done, and that's what matters. So that's pretty much, they pretty much stick to the fundamentals of what you think of how you should play this game. So I was pretty impressed by it. But there's better opponents coming, so I think we just need to be prepared. Play our best card.
So we're probably gonna have to rely off teamwork, chemistry.
This game is teamwork, chemistry. This game, if you rotate and get in the hill, and you can give call outs and chow together, you're gonna be successful.
Right.
So it's going to be rely on a lot of chemistry, and hopefully we work together. I think obviously Replays was with us, and because Siege couldn't make it for the personal reasons, but
right.
I think we could have done better. I obviously don't think the chemistry was fully there. I think we should have done better.
Yeah, I mean,
our search, we did good. But in control, we were pretty solid. But hard point probably should have turned out a little. We should have beat them by a little more. Personally, we just
most likely the rotations.
Yeah, we got cocky and we just started running and gunning, and that happened. And I mean, to be fair though, like the first time I ever really played with the Replays on this game, and the first time I've ever even talked to these two guys, so it came on and it just worked out.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I guess this is coming out Saturday, correct? So you'll be, I don't know if I'm gonna get our games casted. I'll try to, but I'll be back home, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do this. But so Saturday 9:45 and Sunday 9:45.
Saturday, Sunday, and Friday.
Yeah, this is after Friday, so. But if we do get these casted, I'll post them on Twitter, and you guys can check out, see how the squad's doing. If not, I'll probably post if we won or lost. And yeah, I think that does it for the team stuff. I know you guys probably want to talk about stuff, but you know, we can do that off podcast, of course.
Yeah.
I feel like poor Zoe's being left out here. You know, I just see Zoe's little guy on Discord, and he's not getting much to talk about.
Breasts.
But I was just gonna do Would You Rather's because we've been talking for a decent amount of time for this one, but I do have one random burning question thing I found, and so it's kind of weird. But if you could be a dog, what breed would you be? Like, what breed would you want to be? If you were a dog?
Okay.
I'm definitely like a pit bull. Like I'm big.
I can see that reach.
I'm definitely like a big.
I can see that.
Like I'm like you know the ones you see on like on like Instagram, that like those big pit bulls. Yeah, I'm one of
jacked up pit bull.
Yep, that's definitely me, bro. I swear.
Oh.
See, I'm trying to think of like. I don't know. I feel like I was gonna say. I don't know. For me, I like German Shepherd.
I'd
so I might
probably
go with
be.
that, but I don't know what I would be like.
I'd probably be a golden retriever.
Yeah, I can see Zoe as a golden.
Probably, yeah. I can see that.
Retriever, actually, I would agree. Zoe, guys, if you don't know this, but Zoe is the nicest guy you'll ever be. Man,
am I the nicest guy?
100% Zoe, nicest guy ever. You give off trash. The most golden retriever vibes. I for sure agree with you.
You talk trash to him, and he'll say nice things about you still.
Yeah. You will.
Okay.
Don't take that the wrong way.
Okay,
though.
guys.
All I'm saying is, like, no matter what we're doing, you're like laughing and having fun, and that's like definitely golden retriever right there.
Yeah.
So, I agree.
I was about to say I'm a golden retriever because I might look intimidating in game, but when you talk to me, it's like all fun and jokes.
Yeah. It's like I think as a group, we agreed this.
Yeah.
We all, just to prove how nice you are, we all three agreed out of anybody in this org we would want to date our sister. You are it, bro.
Hey, wait, what? Hey, what? Hey, hold on, pause. Hey, pause. Hey, what?
Off podcast,
pause, dude.
I don't know if it's off podcast. I mean, like, I don't have a sister, but Zoe, if I did, you could date her. So,
no, I don't have a sister.
Oh, wait, I took it the wrong way. Never mind.
Okay.
No.
Wait, what?
What did you say? Hold on.
Wait.
Oh,
I thought if I had a sister, you'd guys date her.
No, we're not. No, we're saying like if.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
Compared to everyone else in the org, that Breach has a sister, but we asked him and he said only you could date his sister.
Yeah.
So, congratulations.
Okay.
I do.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Right. I know that was out of context, guys, but
it is slightly out of context, but oh well.
It's very to prove something. All right, Steve, what dog are you, bro?
See, you got a dog in him.
Chihuahua.
You got the dog in him.
So personality-wise, I mean, this is all the dogs that I've been around, but probably Rottweiler.
Don't take this the wrong way. Aren't Rottweilers assholes? I'm just curious. I'm not saying like you. It's just you picked it. I didn't pick it. I'm just asking. I don't know.
All the Rottweilers I know are just protective and sweet.
I think every dog is pretty protective and sweet. It just depends on how you treat them.
Yeah, I mean, I know Rottweiler puppies, dude. They're pretty sweet looking, but when they get older, they look a little scary. But
I mean, I grew up with a 150-pound Rottweiler.
Did he eat you? Okay.
No.
That's pretty.
I had a Rottweiler.
Now he like when we wrestled with him, he just pinned us down and just lay on top of us and just lick us, and you could not get up.
They're very playful.
Yeah, very strong too.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't know what y'all's opinion would be on that though.
I don't know. I won't disagree with you because it's probably but you best. Like
yeah.
I'm thinking about like I said German Shepherd because like my dog I know is like fun, but like at the same time she can like snap like how I snap at Breach sometimes by accident or not by accident. It depends.
As we've seen, guys.
So you know what I mean? Like, that might be me a little bit. Depending on my mood, I get a little asshole-ish. That's a word.
I think you're a Yorkie, bro.
Okay.
I can agree. You like I don't know, like in the
Like, I go
org,
0 to 100 for sure.
you take and they're usually like a leader. You're the leader of the org, and you
Yeah,
run all this
that's
stuff. So.
That's awesome.
I'm more the behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. First, would you rather? All right. Would you rather take an all expenses paid dream vacation every year for a month, or have the job of your dreams?
Oh.
Any thought
Is
there?
the vacation one time?
It is every year for a month. So month-long vacation once a
Mm.
year, and it's like super nice. Or your
And the
job is
job
just super.
Can your job of your dream be anything you want it to be?
Whatever your dream job is, yeah.
Yeah, I'd go with the dream job.
I'd go do the dream job as well.
I
Yeah.
kind of have to go with the dream job.
Because if your dream job is if you really get your dream job, it probably doesn't feel like work in the first place. So
True.
Right.
And depending on what it is as well, you may make more than enough just to cover that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, exactly.
Plus, like, I don't vacation well. I'm always like doing something, as far as like messing around with work or just like league stuff. So it's like I don't know if I'd like a month-long vacation. Like, it might be nice for a week, but then I'd get working on whatever I'm doing anyway. So I might as well just have my dream job.
I mean, I kind of picture you like 3 days in, like kind of antsy to just
That's
do something.
for sure. That would
Just
be-
trying to chill by the pool, and he's just tapping his hand.
I will say, if it's a water park, you could get me for like a decent week. Like, I love water parks. I don't know why, because I hate swimming. So that's kind of counterintuitive, but hey, for some reason,
I mean,
like you couldn't get me to jump into the deep end of a pool, but if it's a water slide, bro, I'll do it. It's like,
yeah. Water park has its perks.
yeah, for sure. I don't know. So this is like this is a podcast would you rather question. Would you rather have a successful podcast or a successful YouTube channel? So I think this is on our podcast, I'll say a successful podcast. But you guys can,
I'm
Actually, a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel like I can make the most out of a YouTube channel.
That is
Yeah.
true. I
And
mean,
You can make money off podcasts too. It's
for sure.
So
Podcast is
both
easier to
of them-
monetize. I read a lot about it, but yeah.
It is, and also depends like what you're trying to go for as well. If you're trying to be more of an influencer, I'd go with podcasts for sure. But
Entertainer.
but as far as entertainment, YouTube would be the way.
True.
So
I mean, that's semi true. I mean, I don't disagree with you. I just know like YouTube is kind of limited these days. I mean, yeah, it would be
It is.
successful no matter what, because that's the question, like the would you rather part. But like, as far as podcasts go, like we're not even viewership wise compared to like pretty much every podcast. Like we're on the lower end, but we're already able to go to like 4 different platforms, and we're on a bunch of different things. I mean, we're on YouTube too, but like the reach you can have with a podcast, I feel like is much greater than
it's much
YouTube.
broader.
And I mean,
Yeah.
like depending on the content you're doing, podcasts can be entertaining, obviously. Just a little different entertainment,
I mean, and the thing is too, is like, what kind of structure you have with it.
Yeah.
That's a big role in it. Like some of the ones that I've seen, you can play off of it really well, and just you just have moments, right, that just go big. But I'd probably go podcast. Yeah, as far as entertainment, it's kind of iffy.
I'll probably go. I'll go with YouTube. I stand by what I said, and I think YouTube would just be fun.
Yeah, but
It would.
Breach, you gotta edit videos if you're on YouTube. So write that down.
Well, if I'm a successful,
I guess you gotta edit
YouTuber,
podcasters.
if I'm a successful YouTuber.
I'll edit your videos. Fine.
Hold on.
You can get an editor. If
That's what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's true.
And you can have a podcast as well in YouTube, like how Optic does, right?
Yeah, ours is on YouTube, so I mean,
Nah, 90% of these successful YouTubers have editors anyway. So
that is true. You're not wrong. It's just like when you are like you want to control kind of the style of your YouTube channel. So like most YouTubers start editing their own stuff and then pay an editor to edit like them, if that makes sense. So I guess if you really don't care about editing, that doesn't matter at all. You just like put it how you want to do it. So
Well, the thing with like the whole editing, getting an editor, that frees up time for you to do other things, venture into other things, and that's just like the whole like management leadership structure possible. To like that's you can look at like Mr. Beast for example.
yeah.
He's the prime example.
Yeah, I know what you mean. All right. So last would you rather question. Would you rather work hard for a boss that has high expectations but values you as a person and employee, or work much less for a boss that couldn't care less about you?
I've had both.
Yeah,
I've had both.
me as well. I guess
how much I'm getting paid at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean that's not part of the question, but it's more like satisfaction in your job. Like for me personally, I'm like a hard worker no matter what. So I would probably like I don't do well with doing a shitty job at things, so I probably couldn't do them work less.
That's
I
fair.
would have to go for the other one. Plus, it's nice when your boss values you, and that means he probably gives you raises if you're doing a good job. So,
That's true.
but if your boss doesn't care, then he's just like whatever, and then you kind of like at a dead end job there. So,
I agree.
I agree. So
I got an opinion on it. Like, I don't really necessarily believe entirely on working hard. I'd rather just work effectively.
Ayo, what?
But
Here we go.
that's just
Okay, hear me out. Working hard and working effectively do not have to be mutually exclusive, if that makes sense. In my opinion, I think if you can be effective and work hard at the same time. It doesn't mean I'm not saying you're just out there doing things the hard way, but you just like you care about your job and you're like putting in effort is the way I view it. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying. I fully understand, but like I don't think that's like working effective and working hard are like opposites, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. I think I don't think I'm necessarily a hard worker at my job, but I think I do it effectively and I get the job done. So I think that's what matters. And that's 90% of the employers I've worked for. That's just what they want. They want the job done. 90% of the time, doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you get it.
And that's kind of like I said, like you said, you didn't say you're a particularly hard worker, but if you're doing a good job and you're doing things efficiently and like well, then I consider that working hard.
Yeah.
Like if you're working like you're not working hard, you're just being lazy about things, then to me that's not being effective at your job.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think we're all saying the same thing, and we're probably Zoe. I want to hear a full Zoe. I know you just wrote a bunch of papers, but Zoe, you mind giving us a 5-paragraph essay on this? Would you rather?
oh wow, damn.
It's
Would I get an A?
Maybe.
I mean-
I'll have to read it first.
I'll write it in Filipino. Can you read it?
I'll just give you an A if you write it in Filipino. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Now that's working efficiently.
That's efficient right there.
He just writes a bunch of random words.
Or the same word.
Yeah, I think I agree with you guys. I think I would work for a boss with high expectations, but values me as a person.
Yeah. Yeah, high expectations aren't necessarily a bad thing, you know? I mean, it can be annoying. Depends on like, I don't know how you guys feel about micromanaging bosses. I'm pretty sure everyone doesn't appreciate that, but like, if it's that kind of like high expectations, like that bothers me. But like, if it's just like I need you to get all this work done by the end of the week, like, all right, I'll cram all that in. Like, I wouldn't mind that. I hate being micromanaged though.
I do too.
I did too, yeah. I think that's irritating.
It is.
But yeah, I mean, any final thoughts? Because I think that's wrapping up this episode of the podcast.
Not that I can think of.
All right. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching this episode of the Villains Only podcast. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter at Villains Gaming and on YouTube at Villainous Gaming Official. And yeah, if you enjoyed, like, follow us, subscribe, whatever. And see you in the next one.